Gemini, or Google released Gemini 2.0, and one of the things that caught my attention was Stream Real Time feature. And so they have a lot of options, but the share your screen one is my favorite one so far. So yeah, basically you can talk to it about whatever it sees on your screen, and it could teach you how to do things and whatever. So I use Flutterflow with this, and yeah, you'll see that next. So yeah,
I'm here. How can I help you today?
yeah. Are you familiar with Flutterflow?
Yes, I am familiar with Flutterflow. It's a low code platform for building mobile applications.
Okay. I want to create a weather app. Suggest elements or widgets to add to the page.
Sure, I can help with that. For a weather app in Flutterflow, you could include widgets like a text field for location input, a button to trigger the search, and text widgets to display the temperature, humidity, wind speed, and other weather data. You could also use images to show weather conditions such as sunny, rainy, and cloudy, and a container to display the weather data and icons. Would you like to hear more?
Yeah. Walk me step by step on how to do all of that.
Okay, let's start with the basics. First, drag a column widget onto the page. This will be used to organize the elements vertically on your page. Then, drag a text field into the column, which will allow users to input their location.
A text widget.
My apologies, I misspoke. You should drag a text field widget into the column, not a text widget. After
Okay.
that, let's
Wait. Okay. Text field widget. Um,
Okay, so now drag a text field widget into the column. You can find it under Form Elements in the left sidebar.
okay. Yeah, I've done that already. So what is this for again?
The text field widget is where the user will type in the location they want to get the weather for.
Okay. How can I change this label?
To change the label on the text field, go to the Properties panel on the right side. Then, find the Label text field under the Text Field Properties section. You can change the text there to what you prefer it to say.
Enter what location?
Okay, so you've changed the label to Enter What Location. Is there anything else you'd like help with?
um. Okay. This is the enter location. Yeah. What other fields? Walk me step by step. And wait for me to drag the widgets there before suggesting the next widget.
Okay, so after the text field for location, you might want to add a button to submit the location. This button will trigger the weather data to be fetched. So drag a button widget under the text field into the same column and let me know when you've done that.
Yeah, I've done that.
Great, now let's change the text on the button to something like Get Weather. To do this, select the button and in the right side panel, under Button Properties, find the text field and type in your desired text.
Okay, I've done that.
Okay, now we can start thinking about where to display the weather information. A good way to do this would be with text widgets. So let's add some text widgets to the column. Drag a text widget underneath the button and let me know when you've done that.
Okay, I've done that.
Great, let's add a few more text widgets to the column below the first one. These will be used for displaying different types of weather data. You can drag them one after the other into the column. I
Okay,
recommend at least
so what are these? What exactly will these be for? What data will it show?
those text widgets are for displaying the weather data you'll get from the API. For example, one could show the temperature, another the humidity, and another the wind speed. We can customize each of these text widgets individually later if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, I just want to show the temperature first. So, okay, now how can we get this working?
Okay, so you've got the text field for the location, the button to get the weather, and now you want to display the temperature in the first text field. To make this work, you'll need to set up a backend call using an API to fetch the weather data. Would you like help with that?
Yeah, what API will we use?
There are many free weather APIs available. Some popular options are OpenWeatherMap, Weather API, and AccuWeather. Open Weather Map is a common choice for its free tier and ease of use. Would you like me to walk you through how to integrate that API?
Yes, which one doesn't require an API key, or does all of them require one?
Typically, most weather APIs, including Open Weather Map, Weather API, and AccuWeather, require an API key to access their data. This is a way for them to track usage and prevent abuse.
Okay, so how can I do this within Flutterflow? How can I um, add an API?
Okay, in Flutterflow, you can add an API call using the API connector. First, navigate to the API calls section in the left sidebar, click on Add API Call,
Wait,
and
wait.
then select.
Let me find the API call. Okay. Now, what's next?
Okay, so you're in the API calls section. Click the plus add button at the top of the page to create a new API call.
Okay. What next? Create API call.
Select, yes, click Create API Call.
Okay, what now?
Now, you need to configure the API call. You'll need to enter the API endpoint URL, specify the HTTP method, usually JET for retrieving data, and set up any.
Okay, how can I find this URL?
You'll find the API endpoint URL in the documentation of the weather API you choose. For Open Weather Map, you can find it on their website.